Well, I mean, we are the District 6 Museum at the launch of Eusebius McKaiser about his recent book, Run, Racist Run. And well, for me, I mean, he's an incredible writer of our age as the post 1994 political project. And I think his voice is more important to us than to any other generation that is existing in South Africa at the moment. And of course, we are very pleased with what he has said recently about roads must fall and fees must fall. And he has sort of captured the debate on our behalf and also sort of articulate almost what we thought was the most important thing, because some of the major voices within the political discourse, including Professor Jonathan Johnson, have almost demonized us, calling us names as uncritical, unthinking mob of students, and then of course the usual insults from the white people in South Africa about any radical action that is undertaken by black people or black students. I think the intervention by McKaiser was very critical, because at a critical moment, because he sort of met all the critics in their own standards, in their own level of rational thought, engagement, sober, calm. But for us, of course, we cannot be sober about any other reality that is happening in South Africa. We cannot be told to be calm. And I think he recently justified, I hope he does that in the book, justified the anger. Because in his recent talk in Roads Must Fall in Oxford, London, he sort of gave a clear clarity about the meaning of anger, the meaning of expressing anger in dealing with your own agency, in dealing with your own political challenges as a black person, as a black student. And I think McKaiser sort of helped us to really demystify many mysteries that have been perpetuated in South African public, and that Roads Must Fall could not get a particular audience with its vigor, with its thinking and approach, but with McKaiser's intervention and his recent book, Run, Racist Run, he sort of helped us to reach a particular audience that deem itself rational, thinking, intellectual, and as non-intellectual according to white people, we sort of can't reach them. But now his intervention, as you can see today, that many people are lining up. For my first time in a book launch, you see a long queue of people buying a book, signing, getting an author signing it, and for me that's very important. And I think McKaiser is giving us a new political thinking, a new political approach. And of course, I mean, the cover of his book, it's Rhodes himself. And for me, I would like to know from him whether he was inspired by students to use the statue of Justice John Rhodes, and given the fact that it's the year of Roads Must Fall, it's a year of fees must fall, it's a year of fallism, you know. And I think for me, it's a critical book. I think we will engage it and practically thinking about what it is that it ought to be said. And I think for me, the invite that is making to all of us is the honest debate around race relation, around racism. And I think for us, Roads Must Fall, Fees Must Fall, we've already started that debate. We've already pushed our parents to a certain limits. We've already pushed our peers to a certain limits about what it means to be white, what it means to have white privilege, what it means to be black, what it means to have black pain, and all these concepts that we are giving birth to, and our new political expression that we're giving as young people. We say, look, we can operate without these political identities. We can operate as student and use that political identity as a student to really raise serious national political debate and international debate in that matter, because now there is a ball rolling across the world where students are standing up, realizing that in fact things can be done differently. And I think in South Africa we're starting that debate. As you can see, that there's a lot of young people, black and white, are questioning certain things simultaneously. The march to Parliament, the march to union buildings, and finally the president announcing that there will be 0% of increment of fees next year. And I think that's continuity of what is likely to happen in the future, where we will finally attain the no-fee education in higher institution, particularly for black and poor students in South Africa. I think for me, what has started in March and is going to continue going forward to inspire the country, to inspire a lot of people who are sitting in their chairs thinking that things are well. And I would like to believe that with the recent march of Satau Nehau workers in Parliament protesting and standing up for their rights in the heart of what others wish to go and work for, the Parliament itself, it was inspired by young people, by Rose Must Fall, Fees Must Fall. And I think the honesty that is taking place now in different corners that we might not know, that we might not hear about, is in fact inspired by students. I think for that reason, we welcome the intervention by Eusebius McKaiser and his book Run Racist Run. Indeed, we are saying Run Racist Run because a serious work is going to be done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.